Welcome to Semi-Living, where we're not zombies. Today, we're probably gonna make something really, really yummy, but not brains. Hi y'all, truck driver Linda and truck driver Paul is sitting up front.
Hello.
He's very camera shy. So today, we are gonna make something so super duper easy, it's unreal. Shepherd's pie. First thing we're gonna do, plug in your lunchbox and go ahead and put your pan down in it. Let your pan preheat with your lunchbox. It's gonna make it easier. Preheated pan. Yep, down. Okay. So all I'm gonna do is quick spray with a non-stick. I'm using olive oil. You can use whatever kind you want. It doesn't matter. And you are gonna take, I have some chopped onions. You're only gonna want about 2 tablespoons, maybe 3. Depends on how much you like onions. So I'm gonna add 3 because I really like onions. Chopped onions just like that. And you need a half a pound of lean. This is 93% lean ground beef. Put that in there. Get you a spatula. Chop it up. Add a little salt and pepper. I'm adding sea salt. You can add table salt. Whichever salt you prefer. Salt. A little bit of black ground pepper. And then cover it with foil. Just like this. Alright. Pop that in your lunchbox. 20 minutes is about all it's going to take. 20 minutes. Pop that in there, and we'll be back in 20 minutes. 20 minutes. Should we check it? Okay. So, it's going to be hot. Make sure you use a towel. Pull that out. Oh, not that part. Just that part. Make sure your lunchbox stays closed. Just going to set that out of the way. All right. There it is. Done. So to drain it, it's really easy. There's not much to drain. If you get the lean, I prefer the 98% lean. Pull back a corner. You can either punch holes in one and make a strainer. Pull back a corner. I just drain it right over my trash can. And that's it. Your ground beef is ready. The rest of it, super easy. I've got a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. I'm gonna add that. And then I was gonna add ketchup, but I'm out of ketchup. I'm adding tomato paste. You can add either or. 2 tablespoons. Did a mess. Okay. The next thing is steak sauce. I'm gonna add 2 tablespoons of steak sauce. 2. And I'm just gonna kind of mix that up. All down in there. You'll see. Mix it all up. Like that. And then I'm going to add, I love celery, so I'm going to add celery. This is 2 stalks of celery. I just diced it up. Just like that. And then I've got some mixed vegetables. And I'm going to add half a bag of these. You can add whatever veggies you want or don't want. Add those. And the last thing is mashed potatoes. So I'm using instant mashed potatoes, and these are the flavor is applewood smoked bacon, and all you're gonna do is put that on the top, just like that. Put it on the top. So this is just half of the instant mashed potatoes. I mean, you got to make the whole thing, but you're only going to use half. You can save the other half for another meal. And I'm going to use a fresh piece of foil because I want to make sure I get it crimped really good, that it fits really, really good. Cover it with foil. Bake it 45 minutes, then we're going to uncover it and bake it another 10 minutes. While that's in the lunchbox, I made blueberry muffins. I made these on the truck. Y'all are wondering, these are homemade. And coffee. Maybe I thought we could talk about shepherd's pie. I had a friend years and years ago when Paul was in the Army, pre-internet, that came over for supper one night and then proceeded to tell me I was not making shepherd's pie, that I was making cottage pie. It turns out, making it, super easy. What to call it? Very complicated. There is a lot of names for this dish, depending on what meat you use. So if you use lamb's meat, it's shepherd's pie. Beef, it's cottage pie. If you don't use any meat and you make it vegetarian, it's shepherdless pie. There's Cumberland pie, which can be made with either beef or lamb. If you use turkey or ham, it's called St. Stephen's Day pie. This was all news to me. But I'm sorry if I've confused any of you. It's always been shepherd's pie. I'm going to call it shepherd's pie. My mama called it shepherd's pie. I called it shepherd's pie. I taught my kids that it was shepherd's pie. You can call it whatever you want. You could call it Cumberland, because that's beef or lamb. But not Cumbria, because then it would have to have breadcrumbs, and we didn't add breadcrumbs. So that's kind of the differences. There's a lot of talk about it. There's whole chat rooms set up to it. Easy to make, not so easy to name. 45 minutes, y'all. You ready to check this? Smells good. Our Shepherd to cottage pie. Okay. Close that back up. You still want it to stay hot. You're not completely done yet. Ooh. Ooh, does that look good? Alright, there we go. Alright, so now I have some pepper jack cheese. You can add whatever cheese you want. Pepper jack cheese right to the top. And then I've got some applewood smoked bacon that I'm going to add to it as well. Alright, so whatever cheese you want. I'm using pepper jack cheese slices because that's what I have on the truck. If you have shredded cheese of any kind, Colby, Monterey Jack, Fiesta Blend, whatever cheese you want to put on there, add it to your shepherd's pie. And you're actually going to put it back in the cooker, but without the foil cover. Put it back in there for 10 minutes. You're more or less just going to let the cheese melt. Alright, I think it's done. Is it beautiful? It's beautiful. So you want it to just sit for a minute. Let it just sit and kind of settle back down. And then we're going to dish some up. Say hi. Hi! Oh, does it just look yummy? Look at that. And there it is. Very good. Yeah, thank you. Go ahead, kiss me right there. No, right here. Thank you. I have to say, this is one of my favorite dishes. It is not, it's more of a comfort food. I thought you wanted the roll.
I gotta eat first.
Super easy to make. Turns out it's not so easy to name it. If you like the video, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe and hit your little bell. You'll know when we post again. Leave me a comment. And thank you for watching.